This week is National Child Passenger Safety Week, and we have someone joining us today to help tell parents that it's not a good idea to rush your child into a booster seat too soon. In today's KX Conversation, Don Meyer with the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services joins us. Don, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you're telling parents not to rush their kids into a booster seat. So how old should kids be when they need to be in a booster seat?
Well, it's usually not an age, it's usually a size. So when children are outgrowing their forward-facing car seat with harnesses, the 5-point harness system, then they can transition to the booster seat, and that's usually around 40 pounds, or how, depending on what their forward-facing car seat goes to. You want to keep them in a forward-facing car seat as long as you can, and then transition them to a booster seat.
So speaking of booster seats, you bought us some, and so tell us what makes these booster seats safe?
So these booster seats are designed to raise children up to make the adult-sized seatbelt fit their child body better. So it raises them up, it positions the lap belt low on the hips, kind of high on the thighs, and then it brings the shoulder belt so that it goes centered across the chest and centered across on your shoulder.
So how do you know when a child can safely transition to using a seatbelt?
So from a booster seat to a seatbelt, same kind of theory. You want to use a booster seat as long as you can because they're safer. They position the seatbelt, the lap and shoulder belt, much better than an adult seatbelt. So some boosters go up to 100 pounds, some go to 120, but there is a test you can do on your child to see if the seatbelt fits safely on them, and when that happens, then they can transition to the booster or to the seatbelt, excuse me.
So children who use a booster seat in the back seat of a car are 45% less likely to be injured in a crash than children who use only a seatbelt. So explain, Don, why is that?
So many people don't know, but the seatbelts in our vehicles are designed for adults. So it fits over our bones, our bony parts of our body, because in a crash, the seatbelt is going to put the forces on those parts of our body. Children, when they sit in a seatbelt, don't have that protection. Oftentimes that lap belt raises up on their tummy, on their soft organs, and then sometimes it goes across their face. So what they end up doing is repositioning the shoulder belt either like under their arm or behind their shoulder, and that puts them at risk for injury. They won't have upper body protection. So we recommend putting them in a booster seat so that fit is comfortable and over their bony parts of their body.
So what else should parents know about booster seats?
There's two types. There's a backless booster. This one can be used when your vehicle provides a safety restraint for their head. And the other one I have is this one, and this one's called a high back booster. So oftentimes if a vehicle doesn't have a safety head restraint in the vehicle seat, they can use this. This offers a little more head protection, and it works the same way. It's just high back, and it can be moved. It can grow with the child like that. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Don, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.